y'all, it is Glam Game Rebecca, and in today's video I'm doing a bunch of unboxings because I have a bunch of like little things that I got in and I wanted to talk about some of them. I have some Juvia's Place, some Copacetic Cosmetics from the $2 Tuesdays. I have the newest launch for Nomad Cosmetics as well as Blend Bunny Cosmetics. So if you're interested to see some of the like goodies I've gotten in the past couple weeks, please keep watching because this is going to be a multi-company unboxing for indie brands. And some of these are POC. So anyways, I'm going to roll my intro and then I will get started. So back in November, I did the Black Friday deals with not Juvia's Place, JD Glow. And if I said Juvia's Place before, I meant JD Glow. And they sent us this really teeny tiny little like vial of perfume. I wore it for like 5 days straight and said, oh my God, I need a big one. So it comes in this box, and of course I opened it on the bottom. Oh well. I don't know what the name is. It just says, oh, Juicy Bomb on it, right on the sticker on the front. Anyways, this smells amazing. It is my new favorite fragrance. I wear it all the time, no matter if it's day or night, no matter if I've just had a shower, I don't care. I wear it. The notes are like, if you've ever had a Honey Crisp apple, like Jason usually keeps his apples in the fridge, and then you take an apple out of the fridge and then you bite into it. That fresh first like burst of apple scent that you get from a Honey Crisp apple, that's what this smells like first to me. Then as it wears, depending on, you know, my hair, it smells more like apple. On my skin, it smells more like peach. But then on my clothes, I get more of like an orange blossom scent. So there is apple, peach, orange blossom, and jasmine notes to this. There are times when I get a whiff of like fresh cut spring flowers. So I get hints of like all of the different fragrances. So as somebody that has a large schnoz and is allergic to a lot of different fragrances, I really enjoy this one. So much so I left a review on the website. So then I wanted to get into the other two items that were in this box because now I could finally, you know, do it. I got one of their lip glosses. This is in the shade Blushed. I can't put it on right now because I'm wearing a Persona Cosmetics product I just unboxed from a BoxyCharm for January. But this is the color here. It's a really pretty like pinky pearlized shade. Comes in this little box here. They're like little fat and they have a nice thick fat wand on them, the doe foot applicators that are flat. So this is a very thick gloss, and I mean thick. So when you put it on, you're like for like hours trying to get it mixed. So just know it's very thick. And this here is a gel liner, and I have a few of their other liners. I have two right here. This one here is McKinley, and this one here is Neon Yellow. So I have a couple of them right here. I have a white one that I use all the time. I don't know where the hell I put it. I got so much crap on my desk, it's not even funny. This one here is Ghost. It's a matte white shade. The other one I have is like an iridescent white. Maybe it's down there. I don't know. Could be over here in the tray. Anyway, so I wanted a matte white shade that was like a liquid liner, and these motherfuckers do not come off. Like, you could be scrubbing for days. So you need to pick up the makeup remover that she sells called Girl Bye, because Girl Bye. Like, you have to use something heavy duty in order to get the shit off because it likes people. So I'm glad I have it. It does last forever on the skin. So there's that. That's everything I picked up. The perfume I think is like $45. I'll leave as much of this link down below as possible. Then Glossier was doing this thing where they offered like free samples or whatever, and I thought I was actually gonna get like a little tiny like tube or something. This is what I got. It's the Glossier Cloud Paint. It literally just came in the mail yesterday in an envelope. So it has the shades Dawn, Storm, Spark, and Eve on it. And I haven't done anything with this yet, so I will test this out and see if I like it, and then let y'all know. Then next we have Copacetic here. This is their Cutie bag. Okay, I got too much stuff over here. Hang on. I have a couple of them. Okay, so this Cutie bag comes with this is a glossed, the glossed lips. Yeah, glossed in Tender and Lovely. It is like a fuchsia. It's like a hot pink with fuchsia micro shimmer in it. So I can't wait to use that. This is a pressed eyeshadow in Yin Water. It's like a purpley blue shade. Then this is a pressed highlighter in Water Rabbit. So I'm glad I got this. So I'll have to add this to my collection. Then I did a $2 Tuesday order, which is here. I'm trying to clean up. I got too much stuff over here. I really do. So these I've actually been using. So they're out. This is Bed of Snow. This one here is Dew Point. This one is Crisp and Chilled. It's like a blurple color, like a lavender purple blue with a hint of like metallic gray in it. This one is Clear Night Sky. And she just launched some like fairy light shadows literally like yesterday or today. It was a collab with another brand. So she's coming out, Rachel is coming out with all kinds of stuff at Copacetic. And this is a POC brand. JD Glow is also a POC brand. And this is Winter Triangle. It's more of a deeper purple than this one here. And they do show up different on the eye. I'll have to do like comparison swatches or something another time. And the camera's not going to focus. So there's all of those. Those were $2 Tuesday items. These little guys I need to take out of their little containers. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 things so far. Now the next stuff here, I don't know why that's still over here, this is from Nomad Cosmetics. This is beautiful. This is their Romeo and Juliet palette. And it comes with all this stuff. So the card is beautiful. It's like Juliet's balcony. And of course it's the standard postcard. But then she also did these, which they're pre-stamped envelopes. This one here goes to Verona, Italy. This one here goes to Texas. I don't know what this one's for, but it says right here on the back, Juliet Club Verona. It says, there's a place in Verona, which I already knew about this, where people who suffer can leave a message to ask Juliet for help. Letters to Juliet. And there's actually an entire society that like answers these letters to Juliet, and they put like the letters in on the wall. So it's kind of awesome. It says, tell your love story or ask advice from Juliet and receive a reply from the most famous heroine in literature. Instructions: write your letter to Juliet on the other side of this card. Enclose this card in the envelope addressed to Juliet in Verona, and write your return address on the envelope. Enclose the envelope to Juliet in the prepaid envelope addressed to Nomad Cosmetics. Drop off the prepaid envelope at any U.S. Postal Service mailbox. Upon receiving it, we will mail your envelope internationally to Juliet in Verona. We wait patiently for you to receive a reply. So, okay, so you do that. You write on here, you stick it in here. Then when you're done, you stick it in here and mail it to Nomad, which explains why this one has a pre-stamp on it. So that was very smart. Good thinking there, Felicia. So put this over here. So this is the palette. And I've heard talk about some of these shades being similar. And I'm going to show you some comparisons today, but I'm not going to get too deep into it. So let me get those out really quick. So, figured I'd get those out now before I show you what this looks like. Hello? Let me in. Like I've seen pictures and stuff of it online. Ooh, shiny. So here's the palette. Now, some people say that it looks very similar to the Provence palette. So I want to do a comparison. There are some pink shades in here, but they're not the same shades. These are very warm tone pink shades. There are a couple of like purple shades in here too that are similar to the other side, but nothing that's the same. I also saw people say that it looked like the Iceland palette. There are a couple of purples in here that match this side, and that's about it. So that Alfheim and Valkyrie's look kind of similar to this shade here, but not the same. Then it was mentioned that some people thought it looked like Whistler, the Whistler wash. I'm not gonna wear all kinds of shit. So the blue and black shade in here do look similar to the two middle shades here, so they do look very similar there, but nothing is the same in that one. Then I'm just wrecking the place today. Let me move those before those fall on the floor. Good thing all the class stuff is in something else. This one also has a lot of pinks, but these pinks are more like peach shades than straight pinks. And the purple shades in here are different undertones than the one in this palette as well, because the ones in this palette are more grungy. Which brings me to the last comparison, which is the Haunted Europe palette, which has those grungy purples. So there are several similar shades to the grungy purples in this palette that are in this one, and that hot pink shimmer up here looks like it could be similar to this one in the middle here. That is Romeo. That last shade in the top corner of this one could be similar. So what I plan on doing with this palette is swatch comparisons when I finally get it photographed and whatnot. And I will do comparison swatches with what I'm gonna, okay, let me rephrase this. I will do swatch comparisons with palettes that Nomad currently retails first, and then I will do swatch comparisons with older palettes they used to sell to show a difference in the collections, and that, you know, these palettes are not the same, or maybe they are the same, or the shades are similar enough that if you have one of the older palettes or one of the newer palettes that you may not need the other one. So we're going to do comparisons on that. So then the last item I have here, and then I have to go pull up work systems, is this box. Let me move stuff. I'll knock nothing else down. So this came with 2 products, so I'm gonna go ahead and just take them out of the box. There was no like packing slip or anything else in here. It was literally just bubble wrap and the 2 palettes in bubble wrap. So this is from Blend Bunny Cosmetics. This is a multi-chrome quad called Trove. This is part of their like Mermaid collection. I did not buy the last palette. I have the first 3. I did not get the neutral one that she just launched recently. I'll pull her palettes out too. Oh, my bad. I have 4 of her palettes. I have the first 4. So this is a multi-chrome quad. Let me use the mirror in this to show you some of the difference. And see the shifts in it. So, some people said that it was similar to the Primal palette because the Primal palette just has these shimmers. This is definitely not comparable. And this is very expensive. It's like $60-something just for this. So, I was excited to see that she's doing some multi-chromes. Maggie really does have a keen eye for color, and I have like the skill that she has, I'll never be that good. Even as a professional, I was never that good. She does some amazing eye looks. But her eye shape is also more conducive to a lot of those looks that I just don't have. So this is the outer packaging. Looks like mermaid scales. And you can feel like the raised glitter feel. And then the back. And this is more along the lines of like mermaid colors. It did not come out. It says this is a 24 shade palette. Get the thing out of it. No, that is already done. Go ahead and get it off the counter. Like I said, I got way too much stuff going on over here. So here is the palette. And this too, you can feel the raised like mermaid scales and stuff. There's no mirror in this one. And here's the palette. So the first two rows look very similar, except for this row is completely shimmery. So I want to do comparisons to the other palettes so that you can see that there are some similar shades, but I bet you when you swatch them out, there won't be. So the top is the Primal palette, and the bottom is the new Mermaid palette. So the purples and pinks in here look like they could be very similar. Like the Mimic and Winged shade look very similar to Jellyfish and Baited, but that's about where the comparison stops. The Dollhouse palette, oh my god, I just marked the palette. Thankfully her shadows are like super soft, so like you can just switch it back in the pan. Where's my finger thingy cleaner? I can't believe I did that. Shame on you. Dug the corner right into that shadow. Okay, so let me do it this way since this one has a mirror. What the hell's going on with the mirror in this? It's all warped looking. So, technical difficulties. So this shade is lighter than the one it just dug out. So that's not similar. But this Pretend shade could be very similar to Pearl, but Pearl also looks like it shifts. So that may not even be close enough to be considered a contender. And then the Mannequin shade does look very similar to Sailor's Delight. And that's where the comparisons stop. There's nothing else in here. Maybe Hold Me and Storm Ahead, maybe similar-ish. I can do comparison swatches with that as well. And then the Surge palette. Beckon and Jellyfish look similar. Energy is brighter than Sea Nymph. Booty is less bright than Charged or Pulse. Underneath could be similar to Folklore or In a Bottle. And that's about where the comparisons stop there. And then the Blends palette, which is her original palette. There's a couple that could be close. Like these two shades here could match. This is darker than those two, but lighter than this one. And this one is lighter than this one. And that one is darker than this one. This one is way darker than that. This is similar to this, but this is a more yellow undertone. The black also looks different, and this depth shade look different as well. So this one here could be close if you like swatch compare, which I can do swatch comparisons on those as well if that's something you guys want to see. I'll put these 4 palettes aside too to do swatch comparisons. And that is everything. I'm kind of feeling out of breath here. I still haven't filmed my birthday haul unboxing stuff. Like, it's all here on the floor. It's all here. The only thing I have to go get are the clothes that he bought. But everything else, yeah, it's in here. So I really need to get that filmed. But that's it for me for today. I have about 23 minutes before I have to go to work, and I start my second job on like Thursday or Friday this coming week. So I have training Monday through Friday for that, and then they just changed our schedule at work, so everybody's required to work a minimum of 20 hours, and I thought that was standard because that's what I was told. minimum of 20 hours, and I guess nobody's doing it but me. Anyway, so there's that. I will see you guys later. Have a fantabulous day or night wherever you are, and I will get all this filmed as soon as I have the time and I have the ability to. I have a doctor's appointment Monday afternoon, so maybe I'll play with some of this makeup Monday to get ready to go to the doctor. So I'm going to go see a neurologist on Monday for all the crazy stuff that keeps going on with my head. So anyways, I will see you guys later. Have a fantabulous day or night wherever you are. Bye.